Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where I want to talk about a deck that has recently come into my collection and that has quickly become a favorite. I just recently received this deck about a week ago. I purchased it for my birthday along with the Wildwood Tarot, and the Wildwood Tarot I will most likely do a video on as well. It to me is just a very like an in-depth study deck, kind of like how Tarot of Vampires is for me, which is why it's a favorite. So we'll see how Wildwood ends up kind of ranking on my list, like if it, like how we bond, and I'm curious to see how it'll work for me because like I know Wildwood has kind of its own little system. It's not based on Rider-Waite-Smith, even though like the structure of it, like you could still use it intuitively and could still read it the Rider-Waite-Smith way. But it does, like in the guidebook, has its own system, which I like. I like that it kind of brings something fresh and new to like my collection, and but just it can provide a new perspective. So that's why I wanted that one. But which you can kind of tell with purchasing these two decks that I'm in like this earthy phase where I just want to kind of get that grounded stability type feeling, I guess. I mean in my zodiac chart, like my astrological chart, I don't have like a lot of earth going on, so I guess maybe that's why I feel like I kind of need that grounding feeling, which is one reason why I always wear smoky quartz. Smoky quartz and me just have like a really strong bond. Probably, I think, you know, just because of that. But this deck here, again, just came into my collection last week along with Wildwood, and it is called, it's an older deck. I mean, it's not a new one, just like the Wildwood's not new, but it's called the Green Witch Tarot by, fingers are covering up, but it's by Ann Moura. Moura? I don't know if I'm saying that correct or not, but this deck is beautiful. I actually do love the backs because the roses are what spoke to me first, because I love roses, but also I love that it has the pentagram on the back because it represents the 4 elements plus spirit. And I also love the fact that it looks like a door because when I work with tarot, I like to knock on the back, like kind of like as a way to clear the energy of the deck before I do a reading as well. But it's also like asking like, hey, can I come in? Can I ask a question? It just kind of like prepares me for that. And what's so cool with this deck is that it's like I'm knocking on a door of a house that's in this little village. So it's like, hi, I'm here. Can I come have a cup of tea and talk with you guys? Like it's just, it's very welcoming. And I've learned that about this deck just within like this week that I've been working with it, and it's again quickly become a favorite. Tarot of Vampires has been like my home deck for quite a few months now, like since I've gotten it, and I love it because it's a study deck as well. I can really go in depth with it. It has a lot going on in the cards, like the artwork in the guidebook, and so I'm very closely bonded with that one. But this one, even though I've had it for only a week, it hasn't replaced that. I believe that you can have more than one home deck, more than one deck that you really feel close to and that you feel like you can come back to over and over again. This definitely is one of those for me now. It's just, the artwork to me is beautiful. I love that the majors are changed a little bit, so you have the green man here instead of the fool. And I mean, it's Celtic mythology and lore and all that, and so I love that as well. So that speaks to me. I love that the Fae is in here, the she. But look, I mean, it's like this cute little village that's so welcoming. It's gentle, it's loving, they're sweet. You can come in and ask them any question and they will give you a truthful answer, but it's not gonna be so like a punch. Like, it's just like, okay, here you go. Yeah, let's have a cup of tea. Let's go ahead and ask me your questions and we'll figure this out. We'll figure it out one sip of tea at a time and go from there. And it's just very community based, and just again, I'm amazed with how quickly I've like fallen in love with this deck. Also, I want to mention, I'll read a little bit in the guidebook as well, because the guidebook, sorry, I think we're getting I hear thunder. But anyways, the guidebook, I really love Ann Moura's writing. Her guidebook and her view on the cards is very like straight and to the point, but gives you like more to think about. Like the way she writes and talks about the cards, it resonates with me a lot. I love this right here. Actually, I want to show you, this is really cool. I kind of like, there's like symmetry with some of the cards. Okay, I love this one too. There's some symmetry in the cards, and I want to show this one with you guys because this is really, again, you get the stones kind of a lot, which is really cool. But, oh, instead of the devil, you get nature, which I think is really, really cool. This is also published by Llewellyn, by the way. It's on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below in case you want to check it out for yourself. No, I'm not an affiliate of Amazon or anything like that, so I make no purchases from that, or no money from that. I'm just leaving it so it's easy for you guys to find it. But I like this. This is the Holly King, the Hermit. I love the story that she wrote behind this. Again, it's all based off of lore and folktale and stuff, and I love that. Trying to find I think it's the Empress, or no, the High Priestess. Or yes, yeah, it's the Priestess. So, Priestess, where are you? Oh, I love that one too. The Standing Stone. See, this one right here is really cool for me because it is all about like, which one is this? 11. Okay, yeah. Justice. In the book, Anne talks about how like you have the symbol of justice right here on the stone, and she talks about how like the people would come and sit here on these stones, and like you would wait until like if there was an argument or something going on in the village or whatnot, you would wait and sit there until it was like figured out or until justice was served. And so it's like this little meeting ground, and like come on, let's figure this stuff out. We're not leaving here until we get it all figured out. And I just really like that representation. Oh, okay. So I'm trying to find the Priestess still, but I keep coming across cards that I just want to show. The Wheel of the Year instead of the Wheel of Fortune. I really like that too. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but we're getting a storm. Okay, so I really love the symmetry between these. Do you see this? This is the High Priest and the Priestess, the High Priestess. I love the representation of, you've got the masculine sun energy, you have the feminine moon. She's putting in herbs into her cauldron right here, and then he's got his hand out like he's waiting to catch them. I just think it's so beautiful. I just love it when they kind of do pairs like this in decks. But anyways, this deck again is beautiful. The artwork is actually done by, let me see if it says here at the front. Okay, this came out in 2015. This deck did, and the artwork is by, I don't really see it. I think it said on the box, but the artwork is done by another lady, and I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, but the artist is, well, Kira Leonard. She has a middle name that I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce, but she's the artist. She did an excellent job. This was also edited by Barbara Moore, which is really cool. But another thing I like about the guidebook is it's, let me see, it's 240 pages. You get a good section in the back for spreads. But the majors, it's really cool because you get all of your information. You get a full page representation here. And then you get like a whole page here for a note. It's a note section. So you can jot down any notes or relations to the cards that you want to add. So I appreciate that. They don't do it for the minors, but for the majors, they do. But what I love about this deck too is, again, how Anne describes things, but then she also includes, which is why it's called the Green Witch, she also includes in every card an herb or plant, and she includes in here what they represent, as well as an animal. So you kind of get plant and animal representation in here. So like for the Six of Athames, you get mustard, and it says, for travel, money, protection, and strength, grows on the riverbank. And then you have the horse represented right here as well. So here's the mustard plant, and then you have the horse. And the horse represents a symbol of travel, cooperation, power, renewal, and stands beside the traveler. And so like for each card, you get like this nice long description, and then you get meaning, which is like keywords, and then you get reversed. And then I really love down here, you get prompt words. And so like if you really just want to get straight to the answer really quickly, you can just look at the prompt words, and it has steady progress, leaving troubles behind. So the guidebook is excellent. Again, I really love Ann Moura's take on the cards, which is also why I ended up purchasing a copy of her tarot for the Green Witch. She actually has this whole series of books that she's written that is about Green Witch, and like I don't know, there's like Green Witch 1, Green Witch 2, Green Witch 3. She has a grimoire for the Green Witch. That thunder is getting crazy. But I got the one that says Tarot for the Green Witch, not because I'm a witch or even a green witch, but when I looked at the reviews for it, it talked about how she really gives good meanings for each card. And since I already really love the guidebook, a lot of the people that left reviews said they have this deck, and she like explains more about these cards, but also how it applies to like any deck. So it's kind of just like a deeper meaning. So I have it coming, and I'm excited to see how that works, out. I'm excited to read it. So that's the deck I'm like really working with now. I know last week I did a video talking about like my top decks, or the decks that I'm working with for this month, and now it's kind of shifted a little bit. So I wanted to update you guys because this deck has totally been really fun to work with. I'm really enjoying it. And since I've only had it for a week, I'm thinking maybe I'll give you guys an update video next month or in a couple of months, and let you know how it's still going. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.